we're getting ready for the spring, and we thought we'd show you what's going on at the house in our greenhouse. Sound good? Say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So you can kind of see the setup going on here. I took out the shelving like I said I would. And I made it to where I can grow more here. Now I can grow corn or tomatoes. Probably it'll be tomatoes. Have quite a bit at this moment out at the secret garden going. Here's my iceberg lettuce. It's one of those things that has not started seeding on me. A lot of things are going to seed. Got a little bit of carrots there. Asen, does that carrot look like it's going to be big?
Yeah, bigger and deep.
All right, so you see my thumb. That thing's about my thumb and a half.
Just grab it out.
Grab it out?
Yeah.
You want to grab that out? What if it's real short?
I'm thinking.
Oh, he pulled it. Look, we got a little short fatty.
Yeah.
All right. Dang it, we ain't fooling nobody with this boy around. Anywho, so I took up all the carrots that were here. And as far as days goes, I was way past my days. And they were all little shorties, probably about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches long. So I kept a couple of the bigger ones and I stuck them over here along with all the onions that was over on the other side. And the shelves I tore up, I put them down here on the floor. You can see I filled it all in. Hang on, baby. I filled it all in with some decent soil now. So we're getting ready. That crap is grass from the outside. We're only in the middle of February and we already got a bunch. You can tell spring's coming.
Yeah.
And of course, according to the old saying, if it thunders in February, then it's going to freeze or frost in April. Well, it did thunder on the 10th. Today is what is this, Bubba? The 11th, maybe? Is today the 11th?
It's
Yeah.
11.
I knew it. Okay, so we got these leftovers from winter. I'm trying to give them time. If all else fails, a bunch of these onions that are kind of growing up in here, I may just try to dig a little hole around them and just fill them in over here. I'm going to keep this little section for this winter stuff as long as it'll go. I'm not sure if these carrots that, everything I heard said transplanting carrots is a bad idea. Well, I had a bunch in the ground. It's my first year. I'm trying to figure this stuff out, and I have not got any full-size decent carrots. The most I've got is about 3 or 4 inch long ones, about the size, at the top maybe the size of a quarter, but not very long.
Look at these little carrots.
Oh yeah. And we
They're
set up this drip line irrigation.
gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh yeah. Right here I'm probably going to put a T so I can put a regular water hose. I need another hydrant right there. Regular water hose and some more drip line, but I got 2 here as well. And you can see the cabbage and some of that stuff, it's right there. I don't know if it's going to make it before it gets too hot. I'll show you all the broccoli now.
Yeah.
All right, Asen's standing by that head of cabbage to give you a little bit of perspective.
I drink it.
All right, look, go over here by this broccoli, Asen.
This is broccoli.
Yep. Asen is about 3 foot tall, so that's about how tall we got it. And you can see every bit of it has gone to seed. All over my house. So we're at that spot now. And I've got a couple more over here. I'm going to pull them pretty quick. I'm going to let that red one go a little longer. I would really like 1 head of red cabbage if it's possible. But that's all that's left here besides the little sprouts of lettuce you see. All those little green spots out there in that wood.
You guys are.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this was my cauliflower. Something's eating it. So I thought that it would maybe head up. It was looking like something might happen with it. I was really tickled about it. It would have been my first one, but it's not going to happen.
You get squirt.
Is that Squirt doing that, digging that hole?
Yeah, I think he's.
Oh, and look right there. It's early, but I've got asparagus.
Yep.
It's already coming up, see, and I'm not ready for it. Dad,
No.
burn it. I've got this little pile of junk over here, and underneath it, I probably got maybe an inch, 2 inches of compost, and I'm lazy. I've probably rolled that thing over maybe twice all year. So whatever good was under there, I was going to put it over here and help that asparagus, and I'm not keeping up with it, but Dad, burn it. The weather's so retarded these days. My perpetual spinach is okay. The red cabbage is still looking okay. They haven't done anything. Oh my gosh. All right, and so you can see, look, all my broccoli, y'all. Every dang bit of it has went to seed.
Broccoli.
I got a couple at the shop that aren't too bad.
Broccoli with pee.
This one, all right. This one here may make, I don't know.
Look at these
It's probably
flowers.
gonna get too hot also. I know, pull your pants up, Turkey.
I'm trying to go pee. To the block.
Couple more heads here. This stuff looks like cauliflower as well. But in all honesty, I'm expecting
You see
that to happen as well if something doesn't need it. I think it's squirrels. I did shoot another squirrel that came out and got in my neighbor's tree, and it brought me great joy. I don't care what anybody says. So I got another head of cabbage right here. Doing pretty good. Got a little bit of perpetual spinach perpetually hanging in there. Some more red. And like I say, Dad, burn it. Just nothing but flowers. If nothing else, the bees are getting happy and they'll stick around. That's a good thing. All right, let's look at a little bit of onions. And I don't see any of them that look just amazing, but they're okay. They're doing all right. I've probably got double the size out there at the Secret Garden growing, and they're doing really good. And so I'm thinking by the time that the Secret Garden onions are gone, maybe these will be ready. The one thing, you can see I've cleaned all this stuff out of my greenhouse. The one thing that I have learned here in my first year of getting serious about gardening and putting it on YouTube and all that is that the dates don't necessarily match up with how long it's going to take. Your weather and stuff has a lot to do with it. Our weather has been really erratic. We've got 70 in the afternoons and 30 in the morning, you know. That's kind of how it's been, and it fluctuates. There'll be a freeze and then 80 degrees, so we don't know what we're up against. But time, I can't go by the time that the people say, or the time on the packages. That may be in a perfect environment or somewhere besides here. Possibly I'm doing something wrong. I'm certainly not fertilizing a lot. This is just nature doing its thing. But it's just not making in the time period that I'm told. So I'm adjusting my schedule this year a little bit on some stuff, and I'm starting things out a little bit early in the shop that I would never think of starting this early. And I'll show you guys some of that out there at the Secret Garden in my next video. But let me go on and show you the rest of what I've got left from my winter stuff, because it's almost time to just go ahead and start pulling all this stuff and moving on to the next stage for me. So the last little section of my yard here, this is all that's left. Now the kale does just great, doesn't have any problems. A lot of cauliflowers coming on right now, and it's a little late, you know. It may not have been in previous years, but the way things are working right now, I have one. What do we got here? Look at that dadgum snail. This is what I run into here. I bought some Sluggo stuff.
I want to get that.
All right, that's a present for Asen. Kill it, baby. That thing is hurting our plants. We don't want that. So I have some Mitch and Healy cabbage. It's the only one I think that made it. And I have did you get it?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so I've got a bunch of lettuce. And it looks like a lot of cauliflower. Gosh, I hope I get a head of cauliflower. That'd be so nice.
I think.
Asen, would you eat cauliflower?
Yep.
Look,
Yum.
look at that. It wants to so bad.
Yum.
Thank you, Jesus, for a present. We'll take it. If you'll give it to us, we'll take it. All right, so that's all we can do. Just hope.
need
Because
to
time-wise,
go
there's some
in the
spinach.
And the friend.
All
and
that
the
lettuce. Yes, sir. Hang on, hang on. All right, look here. We got a broccoli out here. Now, this guy has a little something, but look. There is no There's straight sun on it. This is the south side here of my home, my property. Straight up sun all day. So there's no hope for it, in my opinion. And several more kale.
I'm cold.
All right, you're cold. And look at this old broccoli.
I'm
Just
not
spread
cold.
out all over the place. Dad, burn it.
I'm trying to put my. How it come off?
Oh man, who did that?
I
Was
did-
it Paw Paw? It was Asen.
Yep.
All right.
I'm not cold.
And these
anymore.
guys,
I'm not cold
You know,
anymore. I'm not cold anymore.
you're not, baby. All right, good deal. We're fixing to go in the house. All right.
We need to go in the front, and then we go in the house.
Okay, but can Paw Paw talk to him for just a minute?
Okay.
Okay. So, here's my hand up to this cabbage. You see Asen's too. This cabbage is close enough. I'll probably pick it. And,
Yum.
and maybe his little twin brother. It's a little bit smaller, but
You could.
they're coming. I'm gonna make some cabbage and cornbread. Put some bacon in there and some onions. But this is all that's left over
Yeah.
at the end. My wife's hockey locks, the hollyhocks, what they're actually called. Call them hockey locks just to aggravate all the hair off of her. But they survived. They were about,
You hold my.
I'm gonna say they were 3 or 4 foot tall, easy in their first year
my
here.
jacket.
Okay, I got it. And everything that, when that freeze came through, that 13 degrees, they died back down. It's about 1 foot to 14 inches tall right now. And all the dead stuff, I just wrapped it around itself to kind of insulate it. Got us another possibility, but you see how spread out they are. You know what's coming. Bee food. It's gonna keep the bees happy. Pretty quick though, I'm gonna have to break down and take care of a bunch of this stuff. See this stuff here? It's just weeds. All the dadgum weeds are coming. That means on my county job, Dad burn it. On my county job, I'm gonna be extra busy this year. I'm gonna get an extra month probably of mowing. Things starting way early. All right, I think that's some of that oak leaf lettuce. Another little cabbage. It wants to, but I don't know. We ain't got much time. So, anywho. Jumping jacks?
Yeah.
All right. You like those Corinthian wind chimes? You little turkey. All right, Asen wanted to show you all the front because we don't do that very often, but this is an old banana tree. It doesn't produce fruit. It's pretty old though. It's been here for lots of years actually. Probably, I'm gonna say 10 years almost. Maybe not quite that much, but a long time. And every year it dies back down to here. And then in the spring, it won't take long. It'll be back up to my roof line. So same thing with these over here. These are really spread out, had a lot of pups and stuff. I may try to pot some of that stuff up this next round, but for right now, my wife has got a duty for me. I've got to dig this stuff up and transfer it to the backyard somewhere. So that'll be its own little party. You can see it grows all the way up in there. It was way over the top this year, but I got to dig that stuff up as well. All right, what do you got over there?
Who got this so treat? Who? This is a treat.
It's not a treat. Don't eat it, turkey. All right.
I think it's
That little
doggy
dude's gonna
food.
make it.
Not
I forget what the heck is that dude called. Mountain laurel. That's what it is. It has the little red beans. I'll let you see it. One down there. It looked like the summertime got it, and it was over, but it's coming back.
I ate this rock.
You got a nice rock.
Yep, I will put it inside.
All right, the morning glories and the Mexican petunias are not ready to party
This
yet,
one,
but we do have little lilies. I think that's what it is, Easter lilies. They're telling you it's time anyway.
I ate this big one.
Yeah, don't touch it, baby. No, leave it alone. And that one too, there's another lily. And I'm gonna tell you something, this rose bush right here, I thought I dug the whole thing up. I've done it several times. I've dug all of them up and took them to the backyard. My mama planted all these roses up here, and this guy won't quit. She's been dead a couple years now, and it just keeps on coming back. More Mexican petunias, some of her hockey locks. Can't remember what them things are called. I'm not a flower guy. This rosemary is all that's left of one that my mama had in her yard. And I'm trying so desperately to keep this one coming. And I'm really hoping it made it through the winter. I've uncovered all the leaves off of it. So I'm hoping that guy will come because, like I say, it's more sentimental than anything. But my mama grew that thing, so.
I did.
What did you do?
I got bunch.
Oh, you got a bunch of rocks?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and last but not least, right here is an olive tree. And this cold stuff that came through, I buried it in all them old pecan leaves, and it made it. So, hopefully, in the near future, I might accidentally get some olives. Be a couple years, but still. All right, Asen, what happened to all the flowers that used to be along this fence? Remember we had a bunch of flowers?
Yep, I think they're dead.
You think so? They were right there by that water hose, wasn't they?
Yep, and these too.
Yeah? Well, hopefully, yeah.
I think.
I can't remember what was that guy called, them yellow ones? Esperanza. Hope. The hope plant. Had some pretty yellow flowers. It seems to have made it. We had 2 of them. There was another one right there, I believe, and it died. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll come on back. And I'm planting some flower seeds, and my wife's ready to fire up her sunflower stuff. So she had something here. I can't remember what it. I think it's some kind of jasmine growing. Now let me step back. We have this ugly shade cloth over here, and this is my front yard. I don't like this, but right back there in the back, past that old bird bath, she used to have a bunch of succulents in it. Okay. She got me to buy her a bunch of pothos, I believe it was called, some little ivy plants, and a bunch of cannas and stuff, and they were really burning up in that 125 that we had. And so we put this shade cloth over and it helped, and we've just left it. All right. What is this thing called? I can't remember. Rose of Sharon. Okay, it probably needs pruned, but her stuff, I don't prune too much because I get a spanking. So I've learned to leave hers alone, just let the stuff grow wild and deal with it. Now this one went through a freeze. When was it? Back in like 2018, 2019. This guy, I mean, it just, oleander. Has beautiful pink flowers. It's a pretty plant, and the deer won't touch it. It's poisonous to them. But the thing, it was, I mean, half as tall as that little pecan tree right there, and it nuked it, and it made it. It's the only one. We had them all along the front fence there. They were so pretty.
Well, the rocks is in my.
You got all the rocks in there stored up?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna need them. Okay, so Asen.
See you next time.
That's what I thought.
What's right on?
That's what I thought.
What's right on?
See y'all later.